What's up? What's up? What's up? What's up? Oh, yeah. Yes, sir. What's going on? I'm in here unexpectedly, but I'm here. What's going on, everybody? Welcome once again to this impromptu, I guess, version of the Big Time Show. What is going on, everybody? Come on in and speak as you come in. Come on in and hit that like button for me. Come on in, get your energy up. Come on in. I'm fired up. I don't know why. It just hit me just then, like I'm about to play. But you just never know who might be watching. What's going on, everybody? Everybody speak to me. Let me know what's going on here. Those of you that in Twitter, those of you that are in on the Big Time Show Facebook and YouTube page, let me know how you doing. Hope you had a great. My days are mixed up. Let me see, what's this? Great Tuesday, yeah, great Tuesday. You know, the holiday kind of messed me up a little bit, but I'm here. What's going on? No, don't laugh at me. If you're older like I am, you know you mess up sometime too. So it is what it is. Yeah. Now, Jay Bryant, what's up, brother? I see. Now I know you ready for the smoke. See, one thing about Jay Bryant, that's my partner. He gonna hang with me. He ain't gonna let me get in this gunfight alone. I already know it. I know who my people are. That's right. What's going on, everybody? Listen, as you come in, will you share for your boy, please? Will you hit that like button? Let's try to get a few people in here. Let's talk a little Cowboys football, Cowboys drama, Cowboys rumors, Cowboys facts, whatever the case may be. I will not be long today because I really only want to talk about one thing. That's it. And I want to talk about the mentality of our beloved fan base. which never lets me down. Never. They we do this every time, and I get into that in a moment. Um, I'm sharing right now. That's why I'm not going down. Also, I forgot I put my personal YouTube page on this, so I doubt anybody does because I rarely use it at all. I think I only got about 10 or 11 subscribers on my personal YouTube page, which is Douglas Lewis Brooks Jr. I don't know why I got it up here, but it's up here, so I ain't gonna cut it off. I just let it roll. Maybe one of those 10 or 11 people will show up in there. So if you're on the Douglas Lewis Brooks YouTube page, hello to you. I doubt it, but hey, never know. I'm almost through sharing. Just give me a moment, and I will get to it real quick. One thing, this will not be long. I realize my brothers are on now. Some of them are. And I don't want to. I don't like when. I mean, but I guess you got to get in where you fit in. I don't like fighting with the other brothers for, views and that. And I'm usually gonna lose to that when you start talking. Fortunately, I'm cool with people like Boss and Law Nation and Botch and all these, the big, the superstars, Rome, West Coast, those guys, they dominate this, and so a lot of their people like to listen to me and others. But however, if they had a choice on listening to me or Boss or whatever, I'm gonna lose. I mean, I call it like it is, and I don't have no problem with it at all. So I hate kind of competing at the same time, but sometimes there's so many of us, just got to get in where you fit in. That's kind of like what I'm doing now. So it is what it is. So let me get to this one last thing, and I will get to it. I'm gonna speak to everybody in just a second. Oh God. See what I got here. Okay, I'll do that. All right, there it is. It popped up there. See if I can do this one. I promise you I'm coming, y'all. Y'all just hold up. I'm gonna do that and see what happens. I just want to see what will happen if I do that. Y'all see who I just tagged in here? Y'all see that? I just want to see what will happen. I want to see who might pull up. I want everybody to hear what I got to say, what I'm talking about tonight. Y'all see how I tagged the Cowboys in? I ain't know I could do that, did you? Let me do one more thing. I know I'm not wasting your time. Hold up. Y'all know I'm coming. Just hold up a second. Hold up a second. Trying to get my ducks in a row here. Trying to get my ducks in a row here. Get my stuff together. Y'all sitting there looking. What's up, everybody popping in? And that's good. I see people coming in. Let's see what I got here. Oh, all right, let's talk. What up? What up? Let me see what's going on. Oh man, I got royalty in the building. Mr. Cowboy Nation in the house. What's up, man? Jerome, what's up? It's about that time, Doc. We gotta get up together, Memphis style. We gotta get together. Know what time it is. If y'all don't know about my brother by now, y'all know. Jerome, Mr. Cowboy Nation, is in the building. Great content creator in his own right. Ty Church, what's up? Tommy. I'm gonna answer your question in just a second, Tommy. What's going on? I already spoke to Jay Bryant. The life with the dogs. Never met you before, but appreciate you. Real retro bowl fan of sports talk. All right, how you doing, man? Ever known you who you are? But maybe I need to subscribe to your channel. Subscribe to mine, Doctor, if you don't mind. William Gann, what's up? Matthew, appreciate you, Matt. Appreciate that comment. Robert King, Joe, what's up, brother? What's going on? Well, let me talk to y'all real quick. This is not gonna be long at all. It shouldn't be long. For years, and I'm not gonna go off because you're a fan and you want the best and all that type of stuff. The only bad part I hate about in the thirst for being the best, which we really haven't shown as far as front office goes. We really just doing, this is probably the most activity I've seen in the off season when you combine everything up. This is the most activity I haven't seen in years. I mean, a lot of years. And I'm not knocking the front office because they've done pretty much what mostly everybody's asked for, and that is, look, everybody else is stacking up. Hey, folks going after the Super Bowl, and we sitting here instead of doing this draft and develop system, and that ain't getting us where we need to go. We need to do, copy a little bit. And Cowboys ain't gonna do it like a lot of teams. They nervous about it. They want to hold on to one thing and hold on, try to nibble with another thing. But this year, I got to give them credit. When you look at everything they've done, I tip my hat to them. And for the first time in a long time, I can say that they actually are trying to win. Now, it may not be on the level of the, Philadelphia's and all these teams that stack the deck real good, but at least they're trying. They're trying. You make type of moves they made, you got to give them credit. They're trying. And when you do that to the Cowboy Nation, that means that you get a little greedy too. And true to form, every time somebody's name comes up, potential free agent, somebody may be let go, very first name that you're going to hear is Dallas. That's automatic. It is a part of the free agency playbook. It is almost every free agent, especially free agents. I ain't talking about trading guys, but every free agent, the very first name you hear is Dallas. People use the name of the Dallas Cowboys to boost up their free agent people that may want them. It is a well-known fact that because the Cowboys are the Cowboys, win, lose, or draw, the name comes up, it is on ESPN the very next day, and that's really the only name really that you concentrate on. And so just because they use that, people, the guys that are free agents have learned that. They have learned. Just call out Dallas' name. Derrick Henry did it. Bobby Wagner name came up. Henry's name came up. The list go on and on. I can go back to Earl Thomas. I mean, it just goes on and on. And none of these people usually come to Dallas. It's just the first stepping stone. But unfortunately, Cowboy Nation gets excited. They go crazy. And then here's the thing. They get mad at Jerry and Steven for not getting these guys. But here's the thing. The Dallas Cowboys, why the fan base is calling the other person's name, and why ESPN is calling the person's name, the Dallas Cowboys have not even mentioned the name. And so there's a lot of fans that are getting upset with Jerry and Steven because they ain't moved on what ESPN say. The Cowboys have interest. How they know? And let me just go and skip over the field now. That is exactly why I'm coming on now to shut down. If you haven't heard by now, you'll hear it here first. If not, you'll hear a reiteration. William Keith, what's going on? Darryl, how you doing, sir? This is what I want to tell you. Tommy, are you listening? Because you're the only one that have said, tell me if we going to get Jalen Ramsey. Name came up. Jalen Ramsey. Very first name as reported by Jeremy Fowler. He said the Dallas Cowboys, that's a good place for him to go, be traded. The Cowboys need cornerback help. Jalen Ramsey would fit the bill like that. And everybody started running. News people that cover the Cowboys started talking about it. Some of them said, start figuring out ways to get Jalen Ramsey. ESPN said it. All these different shows and all that type of stuff. Everybody said something except the Dallas Cowboys inside the building. So there are a few names, y'all, that we can trust as far as us getting Cowboy-related news. Let me go ahead and be honest with you. I am not one of them. I don't have no inside connections in the Star. I don't know the writers. The only person I know that is in there, and if you want to call it know him, just know him from here, and he's sent his people to me and my show on a raid one time. I think twice since I've been on, and obviously he, barely knows me, and that's Voch Lombardi. That's the only person that I have had any interaction with. As far as, and the reason why I'm throwing his name out is because recently, as everybody knows, Voch is, it's come, alive, tremendously in Dallas Cowboy land, to where he's on not 103.5, but he's in the building doing some of the shows, podcast shows with some important people that we all know. And most importantly, he's really tight with Brian Broaddus. Brian Broaddus is a name that we can trust in Cowboy land. Why? Because Brian Broaddus used to work for the Cowboys as a scout. Brian Broaddus knows everybody in that building. Brian Broaddus has connections in that building. He has sources in the building. So when Brian Broaddus reports something on the Dallas Cowboys, you can just about take it to the bank. He's one of the voices you can trust. Jane Slater is another one that you can trust because she has all the connections inside the building. There are several others that have connections inside the building. Law Nation is one that is coming alive because he has connections with people that are associated with the Cowboys. And that is one that's Clarence Hill. That's one of the people that he's on a first name basis with. You've seen some of Law's videos because he lives in the Dallas area now. You've seen him with Michael Irvin. You've seen him with Dak Prescott. You've seen him with these type of people. Don't know how tight they are in that, but you've seen them in the building having conversation with them. So these things you can't just dismiss. Okay, Voch is a person you can trust, and Jeremy Fowler is not one of the people you can trust. He don't know. He ain't talking to nobody. That's what happened when we started talking about Jalen Ramsey. He just threw it out there. And because it's ESPN, and ESPN ratings are driven by, of course, the Dallas Cowboys. Not only the Cowboys, but definitely one of them, the vehicles. He called out the Cowboys' name. People started running. And it took one other name, Mike Fisher. Mike Fisher is a voice that you can trust in Cowboy land. Mike, again, has, he visits the Star regularly. He has the connections inside the building. He has the sources. Mike Fisher says something, you need to put a little thought to it. It's up to you to believe it or not, but you need to put a little thought to it. Okay? It's just that simple. They have the name. Now, our voices are being heard. Okay? Boss Cowboy proves that. Our voices are being heard. Easily. They listen. That's why I just tagged in the Cowboys on my show just now. I hope they hear it. I hope somebody pop in and hear this. I hope they do. Because I'm one to give the Cowboys credit where credit is due. Jeremy Fowler puts it out there. Mike Fisher, Brian Broaddus immediately kills it. They come out and say, hey, we talked to some people inside the building, and they say that the Cowboys, that's not true. We're not thinking about Jalen Ramsey. Now, that came from the people inside the building. Who they are, I don't know. I'm going to trust Brian Broaddus. I'm going to trust Mike Fisher and what they say. And both of them are on one accord. And they said that Jalen Ramsey is not even in the conversation of the Dallas Cowboys. Now, you got to use your common sense. It ain't no weight trainer saying that to them, and that's what you run with. No. It ain't the chef in the Dallas Cowboys, no. It ain't the chef that's saying that. It's got to be somebody that got some pull and got some say-so in the building for them to say that. I'm not saying it's Jerry. I'm not saying it's Steven. I'm not saying it's Will McClay. I'm not even saying it's a coach. I don't know. But it's got to be somebody up there. You ain't just getting there from the people who clean the bathrooms in the stock. They're in the building too, but that ain't the people that's going to determine whether you're going to report that or not. See what I'm saying? So I'm going to trust Mike Fisher, Brian Broaddus, who said that Jalen Ramsey is not even on the radar of the Dallas Cowboys. And so while I just busted some of people's bubble, then why isn't he? That's the question. Now, this is where big time come in the building now. I'm off Brian Broaddus. I'm off everybody else. I'm on me now. Why wouldn't we even think about Jalen Ramsey? Number one, it's a trade. Do you know what you're going to have to trade to get Jalen Ramsey? Because Jalen Ramsey, who's only 30 years old, is still a pretty good ball player. He's not what he was 4 years ago. But he's still a good ball player. He can come in and you have to respect him. That's just the truth. But you got to trade him. So what do you really believe that we would have to give up to get Jalen Ramsey? Ain't gonna be no 7th round pick now. No sir, no ma'am. Sorry. No, you can't just talk about we'll give you a 5th. No. Now, if you're gonna get Jalen Ramsey, you got to pay a little bit with your trade. This I'm just trying to tell you why. Now, like I said earlier, for those that may just be popping in, whatever time you're looking at this, whatever day you're watching this on, I've already said the Cowboys are not on the radar, according to people that are really connected inside that building. Brian Broaddus is connected. Mike Fisher are connected. That's the only two I need. But why wouldn't we be? Some of y'all say, why wouldn't we be? The talent level we're interested in. What NFL team would not be interested in a player like Jalen Ramsey? Come on now. What team wouldn't? So that's not the issue. The talent level, of course, we're interested in that. Okay? Of course you should be interested in that. But not at the price that you're going to pay. No, and I know we want the Super Bowl. I get it. I know. But you can't have everybody. See, that's what Cowboy fans just ain't. See, we don't think too well sometimes. You can't have everybody. Now, we can't have the trade by itself. What costs you? The trade will cost you. Look what you got to trade to get this guy. And I don't know what it is, but I know it's a steep price for a 30-year-old cornerback who's not in his prime anymore. He's still good. See, personally speaking, let me say this. If you were to tell me, listen to me, that Jalen Ramsey would copy the footsteps of a guy like Charles Woodson, where he would get away from being a cornerback and turn into a safety, sign me up. I think Jalen Ramsey would extend his career, even though he's only 30. I'm telling you right now, you give a guy like that with those type of instincts like Jalen Ramsey has and put him at safety, oh my God. You got an all-pro safety. I believe that. If you put Jalen Ramsey at safety, I believe Jalen Ramsey will be an all-pro again. Wouldn't have the responsibility of a cornerback. He would be incredible at safety. Now, if you told me that, I would say, okay, now things may need to get just a little bit interesting, especially if he has, a desire to get here. How much willing I mean, but even then, the price tag still might be too much. But anyway, let me digress because he's not a safety, he's a corner. Okay. Let me take you to the next level. Do you know when you trade him now, you do realize that you're trading for his contract, right? And of course, this is the real reason why the Cowboys ain't thinking about it. But just in case you don't know, he has 3 years, $73 million left on his deal. You do the math. 3 goes into 7, 2. 7 minus 6 is 1. 3 into 13 is 4. We got a $24 million cornerback. Excuse me. Don't you have to pay Bland? Right. Oh, okay. But some of you may say, get rid of Bland. What? And what? Keep Diggs, who's injury prone now, somewhat injury prone, and keep a 30-year-old cornerback when Bland is 20? It's still in his 20s? Are you kidding me? Why would you do that? Does that not make any football sense at all? I'm sorry I'm busting some of y'all, because some of y'all want Rams. I'm sorry. But it don't make football office sense. Talent on the field, yeah, you can roll with it. Do that on Madden. Your defense just getting better. Put Ramsey on the Cowboys and Madden. You'll be very happy. But in real life, that it just don't. 3 years, $73 million, and you got to pay Bland. Oh, you say, well, we'll let Bland walk. We'll keep Ramsey. What? Why? Why? It don't make sense. He's 30. Bland is still in his 20s. Coming off a rookie deal. He still ain't reached his prime yet. Bland I'm talking about. Why are we? Yeah, exactly. Then you got, we just drafted corners. Drafted a corner who they may just turn it over to. That, if anything, how cheap, I'm still saying the Cowboys are cheap. They may not want to pay Bland, period. They might just go with Revere. I mean, I hope they don't, but, the Cowboys ain't lost their cheapness now. Their mentality is still in the house. They doing something a little different, slightly. That don't mean they're going to stay that way. They're not finna pay for $24 million. You got Diggs getting paid right now, and you got Ramsey getting paid $24 million, and Bland, who needs to get paid. Man, are you kidding? Come on now. Y'all got, your Cowboy fans need to get out the emotion. Like, yeah, soon you hear the name. Yeah. No. It don't make sense at all to try to get Jalen Ramsey. Football sense-wise. Bingo, Matthew Collar. I see you. Matthew Collar said he's coming off an injury as well. I mean, look, at some point, we got to stop getting all these. And it's the Cowboys' fault, because that's what we like to do. We love to get injury people. You don't know, just like Diggs. He ain't coming back to the middle of the season. If then. Revere just coming off of ACL. We don't know when he going to be ready. Even though a lot of signs toward him saying he might be ready to go in week 1. I mean, but he just had the surgery. It ain't been a year. Overshown. You know, we drafted him anyway, knowing he had. Look, we don't need a bunch of Sean Lee type guys. Guys that know how to play, no doubt, but they never hardly on the field. We can't do this. I'm sick of that. Go give me somebody that's been playing for a while. I don't need that. You still got to do that. Jerome, I mean, Mr. Cowboy Nation just says it right there. Still got to pay Michael Parsons. And you know that's got to happen this year. You know that's going to happen before week 1. You can't have everybody. You just can't. We need to stop going off on Jerry and Steven. A lot of y'all guilty of that too. Y'all went off, even though I wanted it. We all went off on Jerry and Steven for not getting Derrick Henry. Knowing he would have helped. But they knew that Derrick Henry's price tag was going to be crazy. They knew it. Soon as Dallas would have offered them a cheap contract, Derrick Henry would have said, okay, Dallas offered me $7 million. Who's going to beat that? It would have been a bidding war. And you see how much Baltimore paid him? We never was going to get Derrick Henry. Never. We got mad because we didn't even try it. Look, Jerry already knew, man. Jerry's mind said, look, we ain't paying that type of money for no running back. We're just not. We're not. We're not going to do it. Okay? So let's be realistic. Let's stop charging Jerry and Steven for things that they ain't even entertained. The fan base entertained it. But Jerry and Steven ain't entertaining this mess. They not. Everybody excited about Pickens. I'm one of them. But why is Pickens here? Maybe because this is the last year of his rookie deal. Y'all thought about that? What are you, $3.65 million? That's all the Cowboys got to pay this year. If Pickens would have been getting paid somewhere around $14-15 million this season, they wouldn't have got him. Let's just be honest, y'all. We got him at the right time. Getting Ramsey right now ain't the right time. He's 3 years. He ain't in his last year. Still got 3 years left on his deal, $73 million. Cowboys not going to do that. They're just not. They're not. And it's smart that they don't. In the case of Jalen Ramsey. In the case of Jalen Ramsey, it is a smart move to not even entertain him. Let ESPN keep calling out the Cowboys. Jerry and Steven over somewhere in Mai Tai drinking margaritas or something. They ain't thinking about that. They ain't thinking about it. Now, of course, I could be 1,000,000% wrong. You may, who knows? We may wake up in the morning in the middle of the night and a deal has been made and it will shock the whole NFL. It'll shock me and I'll be right on here and say, okay, the only thing I would say if we got Jalen Ramsey is this. I would say the Dallas Cowboys, ladies and gentlemen, just in case you haven't noticed, if we were to pick up Jalen Ramsey, I would say beyond a shadow of a doubt, the Dallas Cowboys are trying to win Super Bowl this year. And they're doing whatever it takes to win the Super Bowl this season. If we were to get somebody like Jalen Ramsey, knowing it don't make any sense, but you go out and get him anyway, oh man, I'd be just like this. Because, again, make no mistake about it, the talent level, I'm not arguing the talent level of Jalen Ramsey. I know he would help the defense. I would do this. Like, man, I can't believe this. I'd be like this, like, oh my God, we really are going to go after some folks this year. We really trying to get home field advantage. We really forget the NFC East. No, we ain't talking about being the competition in the division. No, 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 no. We talking about NFC now. The division part that should come. If they made a move like this, I would say like, wow. Man, the Cowboys. Where the Super Bowl at this year, y'all? Where is it at? Is it in New Orleans? I don't know. No, it ain't New Orleans. New Orleans, that's a couple years ago. Where's the Super Bowl at this year? Y'all put that in. Y'all put that in. Where's the Super Bowl this year? Is it San Francisco? I don't know. Is it in San Francisco this year? I know somebody looked it up. So I don't want to be rude and look down, but I do. Somebody put it in the chat for me. Somebody put it in the chat. Looking at it. So that would be 2026. All right. No, we have not paid Parsons. Yes, it's in San Francisco this year. If we did that, I'd be telling y'all. If we got the Rams, I'd be saying, "Oh my God, we trying to get to San Francisco." It ain't no doubt about it. You don't make moves like that talking about we build it. No. If you did it, you saying, "Hey man, look, we irritated. We finna go after this thing this year." That's why we went to got Pickens. That's when we know he might leave at the end of the year. Well, that's why we get Ramsey. We're willing to pay the extra cost. We look, we going after people. We trying to win the Super Bowl this year. Then I just say, wow. I applaud them for trying. I'd be like, wow, I wouldn't have done it, but wow. They trying to get tickets, and they ain't trying to get no tickets to go see the Super Bowl. No, they bringing shoulder pads, helmets, and everything else. You know what I'm saying? But it's not going to happen because while we're doing it, we need to applaud them for having good football sense. And that's really all I'm saying. The Cowboys are not going to. They changed that, Terry. The report is that they. Y'all forgive me, my wrestling brother being Terry. They changed it. They're going back to Vegas. They just pulled it. Look it up. I saw it today. Unless somebody was lying on there, they're going back to Las Vegas for WrestleMania next year. They're not going to New Orleans. Don't know why. Maybe a fake report, but I saw that. All right. Blue and gold matter. The Jerry Jones hasn't done enough acquisition-wise to make this team elite. Yeah. But they made a good start. You may be right on it, but they made a concerted effort to do something to look different. I think that Cowboy fans in general are excited. We almost ready to play football with the team that we got now. All it takes is about one or two guys really to make a difference. Pickens is a difference maker. See what I'm saying? All it takes is really one to change the whole offense. Pickens changes the whole offense. All it takes is one. But when you add a Tyler Booker to it, now you that's what you call extra credit. That's extra credit. And it might be real good. See what I'm saying? So there's some things that have been done. Had a real good draft. There's some things that have been done that makes the roster looks a lot better than it did at this time last year. So we're not gonna try to poo-poo over what they've done. You may not consider it an A, but last time I checked, a B or a B plus is good too. So let's keep that in mind. Let's not poo-poo over what they did. All right. But I'm just really talking about Ramsey and trying to kill Calvert. Tone down, calm down. It don't make football sense to get him here. All right. That's really all I want to tell y'all tonight. That's really it. Because I'm seeing too much chatter about it. Folks getting mad already. And I'm like, it don't make sense. We still got to sign Michael Parsons first. Let's get Parsons out the way. See what we got left. And then let's do something. Forget Jalen Ramsey. It costs too much. Go get me Gilmore. See what I'm saying? Subtle moves. Go get me Gilmore. Stephon Gilmore. I want him back. I want Stephon Gilmore back. A lot of y'all talking about Asante Samuel Jr. Asante Samuel Jr. had an injury last year. He's still rehabbing. He's still rehabbing. What we want to go get another hurt guy for? I love the talent level, but at least let me see the talent. Let me see what he looked like before we just go get another person who can't get on the field. It don't make sense. Don't make sense, y'all. Why are we calling out it? See, that's what I'm saying. Those kind of stuff I be wondering. All right, Cowboy Nation, why don't y'all calm down a little bit now? Just calm down. Why we want to go get Asante Samuel Jr. when he ain't even ready? I mean, he's rehabbing. It ain't a guarantee he's gonna be ready to go. Why are we calling out names of folks that ain't gonna play or not playing? It just don't make any sense. Y'all, we fall in love with the name. We ain't looking at the substance, what they have at the moment. We just could do, oh, that's a name. Let's go get them. Just don't make sense. That's really all I had to say, y'all. Blue and gold matters. What do I think about Mozzie? Jury's still out on him, man. He got to step up big. I'm one that call it like it is. Die-hard Cowboy fan, but I'm not excited about seeing Mozzie and OC as my starting defensive tackles. I didn't seen that before. I didn't seen it for a couple years, and I'm still asking the same question that we had. They are part of the reason why we couldn't stop the run. They ran on the outside against us. They ran on the inside against us. I saw Mozzie get pushed back. I saw OC get pushed back. I ain't just particularly happy about seeing that movie again. That's me. I understand people say, well, Mozzie's gotten stronger. Okay, I'll see. OC is a playmaking defensive tackle, if you ask me. He gonna get you 6-7 sacks a year. He can do that. That's good. The problem is, it's kind of like, and this is the scary part for me, because so far I love what Schottenheimer is doing. But see, at some point, the usual bad things or bad system comes into play with the Cowboys. And that is loyalty, or you're loyal to the people that are playing with contracts. What I'm really trying to say is like the running back room, for instance. I know I'm hearing Javonte Williams' name a whole lot now. And but what if blue is better? What if the kid from Clemson is better? Are you really gonna let the best players play, or are we gonna be loyal to guys that what your ideals are? You know what I'm saying? That's what I'm trying to. I don't know. I don't know. Are you gonna be loyal? The defensive end position, for instance, got a lot of edge over there. But if Marshawn Nealon is still the best run defender, and he still is causing damage, in the run game, just because you got, let's just say Dante Fowler, just because you just dying to see Sam Williams, are you gonna make Nealon sit down just because you're loyal to a draft pick? Well, we drafted Sam Williams in the second round. So you loyal to a draft pick, not the best player. You loyal to a draft pick. So that's the politics that I've always said about the Cowboys. Politics get involved, and then that's not good. Seriously. If blue is the best running back on the team, why is he not the lead dog? If Phil Maffa, whatever his name is, if he's ready to go, this ain't too many, it ain't too much separation in the running back room anyway. And if these kids are better than the quote unquote veterans, are you gonna be loyal to the 3 to 5 year vet over the better player? See, this is where the politics come in. This is where the politics come in. This is where the politics come in. Kind of, this ain't Cowboy related, but it's another example. Okay, it's kind of like the Cleveland Browns quarterback situation. Everybody knows Shedeur Sanders is probably the best quarterback in the room coming in, over Flacco, over Kenny Pickett, over Daniel Gabriel, or whoever else they got. And Deshaun, I don't even count Deshaun no more. But everybody knows that Shedeur is better than Gabriel. Everybody knows Shedeur is better than Kenny Pickett. Everybody knows he's better than Joe Flacco at this point. So when week 1 get here, I know the old rule, no, you just don't give it to the rookie starting off. But I thought you're supposed to put your best players on the field. So the question is Kenny Pickett going to start in week 1? And here's the better question. You draft him in the 5th round. Everybody know he ain't no 5th round quarterback. Everybody know that. But are you going to say that he's the, God forbid, no lower than 3? Is he going to be the practice squad quarterback? Are you kidding me? When all you hearing out of camp is Shedeur just being Shedeur. I mean, come on now. That's what I'm talking about, the politics. When you know the player is better, are you going to be loyal to your draft pick? Are you going to be loyal? Well, he's getting paid. It's kind of like Wanye Thomas on this team. Every time Wanye Thomas, our safety, gets into play, something good happens. But Cowboys are loyal to the payments of Donovan Wilson and Malik Hooker. Are you going to be loyal to what we're paying him. He got to play. We're paying him. He got to play. This is what training camp is about to reveal. This is what training camp is getting ready to reveal. And I'm saying the same thing, that Schottenheimer's done great, but sooner or later, Jerry and Steven are going to show up. And it very well might be when we start getting this depth chart together. If we've been in Dallas, if we paid you, you got to play. We know you got a good guy right behind you, a guy who probably need to be playing. But no, he can be slightly in the rotation. Yeah, pay attention to that. All right, man. Listen, I appreciate y'all. Thank y'all for hanging with me. Thank you to those that are on Twitter, YouTube, and the Big Time Show Facebook page. Listen, what is what I need to know? Those of you that are on Twitter, I need your help. I need your help on Twitter right now. Those of you that are on Twitter, for some reason, and it just started, and I've talked to my streaming service about it. I need to know if you can comment. So what I need somebody to do from Twitter, if you're on Facebook right now, if you follow me on Twitter, the Twitter handle is @BigTimeLou, @BigTimeLou, LOU, @BigTimeLou. If you can go there, one of you on Facebook or YouTube, go to my Twitter. I'm live right there now, and comment. If you're on Twitter, comment. Just say hello or something. Hi. I need to know if you're able to comment so that I can see it and people in the chat can see it. If not, I need to almost like restart the channel every time I go live because for some reason it messed up. So if you don't mind, somebody go to Twitter for me. I just want to see the comment. And if you can't, then come back and say, I tried, it ain't working. Somebody go do that for me. Matter of fact, don't worry about it. So I'm trying to be professional and keep my eye on the camera and look at y'all, but I'll do it myself. I'm just asking you. I mean, not that y'all didn't move quick enough or nothing like that. That ain't got nothing to do with it. I just wanted to see if I can do it. Okay. Oh, there it is. See? Now, see, y'all that's on Twitter, that tell me y'all don't want to talk to me. And I be needing to know. See, right there. There it is. Put it up, dude. There you go. See? That's on Twitter, that X. So, Twitter land, I don't know who you are watching me, but I need to know sometime that you're on there. But that answered my question. That means my streaming service has taken care of me. Yay. All right. Appreciate y'all that on Twitter and Facebook page and the Big Time Show YouTube page as well. Listen, I'm getting out of here. Y'all enjoy the rest of your evening. I just want to kill the narrative that don't make sense at all. Jalen come here. Ramsey. I don't know why we get excited over every name that comes up. This is not fantasy football. You understand? We cannot get everybody, y'all. Cannot. Okay? All right. I'm out. Thank y'all for hanging with your boy. We will do it again at some point. Need everybody to turn on those live notifications to know when I'm coming on. If you do that, you will not miss me unless you just don't tune in, but at least you'll have it on your phone. You have it on your phone or your computer or whatever. You will get the notifications that I'm on live and you cannot miss me then. All right. Appreciate y'all. I really don't know why, because as I said before, my son, number one, has me going with his AAU basketball, and can't quite gauge when I'm gonna be available. Then number two, I've been very busy lately with the church, and taking up pretty much all my time. So I get in when I can. Most of you know, some of you know, I know it's early in the morning, but sometimes I do the ride as I drive in to work. So we're talking somewhere between 7 and 8 o'clock. So I've had pretty good crowds on that. to come in and hang with me on those mornings. I'm just trying to squeeze it in wherever I can get it. And you know what I'm saying? So just turn on the notifications. Join me when you can. I try to put up a little post or a reel or something like this. Just trying to make sure y'all know I'm still here. Just a little busy at the time. But I'm going to be here with you as we get ready for training camp. And we'll do it again, all right? Until then, ladies and gentlemen, I'm out. Yeah. This has been the one and the only, the big time show.